Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not first and for make up what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Good morning. What was Jeremy doing in Jamaica? What orders have Jeremy given to Andrew Holness? What on earth who is coming into our country, and what on earth are they bringing into our country? Is Jamaica being wiped away from under our feet as we speak? If you understand how the whole international spheres of disaster works, whether it be man-made or human, it's when all your international investors would move in to take up a foothold, or governments with interests would move in to give their orders. It is important for us to follow the trail to see how things is going on. As I told you last night, that I told you 2 years ago, the Americans said if Andrew Holness does not roll back Chinese investment, they will be taking control of Jamaica. Continue to watch how it is unfolding, but don't be blindsided by your grief or the devastation we are witnessing on our island. We have to keep ourselves informed and look at patterns from all of these international players that we have seen played out in many other disaster zones. So, morning everyone, welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Welcome to our Mars studio on Global TV. The depends on the device you're watching from. You may be getting a slight different view as how this new studio works in StreamYard. Morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us, to my community of parity and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, the trolls. Good morning and welcome. ADPEM Prime Minister. We cannot not talk about ADPEM. And I'll tell you why. Hold on there. Because at this time, it gives us no confidence of the Prime Minister's continuity and the Prime Minister leading this disaster. Because the very agency that is charged with responsibility to take us forward, it's all over the place. It does not give us comfort of the continuity of the Prime Minister in this area. Globalist, I have pinned a GoFundMe in the top of the chat. This GoFundMe was created by my cousin. He is the council caretaker in our Mountainside division, and he's doing a lot on the ground since Beryl, and he's looking for whatever support he can to continue his effort on the ground by bringing support to the people. So if you can afford to, you can support the GoFundMe link. It's pinned in all of the channels. Bear with. This new studio thing is really confusing me. Bear with me, everybody. Just confused me so. Hold on there. I am confused. Right. What's this? What's all this? Tall, small. Oh my God. Let me see what this means. Tall. You know what? Make me not touch government sinting them. Because me to say, me no know what go on around the back here, so. I mean, I want to touch government things, them go do lollipop me this morning. But Adpem, if you were here last night, I read 2 articles from the Gleaner editorial, which they're just holding the prime minister and throw him up against wall just so, because of the handling of the current disaster. Not only that, though, how over the last 10 years, over the last decade, the agency was systematically destroyed and taken over by politicians and taken out of the hands of the bureaucrats and the technical people who understands the operational logistic in what we're experiencing at the moment. What it is showing us that whatever they learned from Beryl wasn't a lesson, because they are woefully behind time as to if they had taken the review and implement findings or recommendations rather from the review, maybe the prime minister would be able to address ADPEM before address the disarray at ADPEM before the disaster struck. Can you imagine a new person just taking over in the middle of all of this? How confusing and how much it would set the process back, where someone is just coming in right in the middle of a disaster, taking up control of them, taking over control of an agency. It doesn't give us confidence, Prime Minister. The amount of things him have to catch up and keep up with doesn't give us comfort. And what it shows us, that the disgraceful handling in the immediate aftermath onwards, it's because of that same destruction that your government, Andrew Holness, brought to the brought to ADPEM, because everything have to be in your control. Everything you have to oversee, especially if it have money in it. The office of the Prime Minister cannot run the country on its own. The office of the Prime Minister cannot control all the critical areas of the country. Hence, we see where our country is going. It is why we cannot get any accountability. It is why there is no transparency. It is why there's a lot of conflict of interest, because Andrew Holness takes too much of the country for him and his wife. Some people think it's not causing a problem, and it isn't a problem. It really is. Let's leave Juliet Holness out of it and focus on ADPEM. Now, if ADPEM had its structure where technical people and technocrats and bureaucrats are in charge of the operations of the agency, people with the expertise of dealing with disaster and mass administrative and logistical operations, the Prime Minister's office is not equipped to deal with such, because of the amount of different nooks and cranny where the Prime Minister have in an office a look after. The agency need to have independence with expertise. It cannot be everything in Andrew Holness's office. This is a hegemon. I alone can do it. I alone is in control. And this is the process is not moving fast enough. That is why the process is moving so horribly, because everything depends on your say so, your okay it off, you signing it off. People with expertise, Prime Minister, need to have the independency to make decision within their competence. The handling of a disaster, Prime Minister, I don't think it's your expertise. The verification of damages, Prime Minister, is not your expertise. So you flying around the country and come back, come estimate the damage for it. There's too much government control over ADPEM. Too much government control over ADPEM. Of course, government ought to have oversight of ADPEM. More appropriately, the Ministry of Local Government. But when you have a dunce as Desmond McKenzie dealing with such a big portfolio, it's dangerous. You need a minister that have understanding of the environment, a minister that have understanding of logistics. Too much power invested in Mr. McKenzie or the Prime Minister when it comes to our disaster preparedness. It's not working. We need to remodel how ADPEM works. We need to remodel, put back the control of ADPEM to experts, not to politicians, because politicians over the whole of Andrew Holness government, we're still waiting for appropriation account where they meant to submit to the Ministry of Finance every year. And we're nowhere to receiving it. So when it comes to administration, this is why I asked the Prime Minister in the immediate aftermath, loosen up the bureaucracy, because the bureaucracy is going to create a lot of hindrance, which we are seeing, because everything have to be bottlenecked to the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. Whereas if ADPEM had independence with experts and technical people and people with logistic prowess who can get the job done, we might not have had this bottleneck where government have to set down everything. If we have the agency set up properly, the agency can be transparent, and the agency, there's accounting mechanism that can be designed to keep a track of aid and spending of the agency. But when the Prime Minister office have to okay everything, what is ADPEM's budget, Prime Minister? ADPEM have setups in every municipal corporation. They have a disaster preparedness going in every parish. So that's why Ministry of Local Government is the best person to have the oversight over ADPEM, where that's their final reporting agent. But then again, you have to have somebody equipped at the helm of local government also. I don't think Mr. Mackenzie is equipped for such a portfolio. That's one of the problems with Andrew Holness government as well. People in a mix match portfolio all over the place. So we asked the Prime Minister to restructure ADPEM and give ADPEM independency. So people with experience and knowledge of the environment and of disaster can lead on this issue. The Prime Minister can't be head cook and buckle washer of everything in the country. Everybody cannot operate from the office of the Prime Minister with the Prime Minister standing up over them. It doesn't just work like that. When everybody have to wait on the Prime Minister to say, okay, you can make that decision. It does, in a situation like this, it doesn't work out well. And as we're seeing the whole bottleneck of everything in this relief effort, and we expect it to get more dismal. We expect it to get more dismal because when this year government and them friend them see the whole heap of money as them seat come already, them now go and talk to it. That's why them are wait for the 9-day wonder my case die down. They are waiting for people to stop talk for them to just turn a blind eye without giving support to the people. Because we already saw the Prime Minister intention. The people are not going to get any assistance from the government when it comes to rebuilding their lives. We can make sure run out our back soon and say 10 million per battered constituency and 5 million for not so bad battered constituency. We're going to play back Jeremy again. Because I want to hear Jeremy. I want to hear Jeremy again because I'm telling us, Jamaica in a troubled times. Me may sound mad. Me may sound persistence. Me may sound fool. Me may sound like a real conspiracy theorist. But means so if you just turn a blind eye so. Watch the big play. Let's go to, did I put it in studio? I would Darrell Vaz on the plane there. Hold on. Make we listen to Darrell Vaz before we go to Jeremy. Sorry, me never put it in a studio. Let me quickly get this video into studio to listen to Kwashi. Bear with me. Because when you now watch the play of how the Americans, in an international diplomacy, foreign secretary don't visit your country to say, hi, how are you doing? When America send them foreign secretary, or the undersecretary, or there's a saying in international diplomacy, if the American foreign secretary visits your country, look out for war or disaster after they leave. Go and check. It's just a saying in diplomacy. It's not something official, but it is a saying in diplomacy. When an American foreign secretary visits your country, look for what to come next. With the plan America had to take back control of Jamaica because they're losing grip of their backyard. And you remember the Goat Island, you would be aware and remember Goat Island when Barack Obama literally flew down to Jamaica to threaten the Portia Simpson. Wow. Wow. 1 second, globalist.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I sing to. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red.
Thank you very much for holding on and welcome back. I was just taking some sad news. I won't say who, but one of our moderators have lost their dad yesterday. A very, very sad scenario. So keep our moderators in your prayer, please. Right. Where were we? To Darrell Vaz. Let's go to Darrell Vaz on that flight, that aid flight, it is said, that was bringing aid to Jamaica, that crashed in Florida, killing 2 people. Our condolences. But if I'm understanding from what Mr. Vaz is saying, this airline brought aid to Jamaica twice via Cayman. I'm not quite sure if I understand Mr. Vaz's explanation, but maybe you can listen for yourself and make what you make of it. I'm confused by Mr. Vaz's explanation.
I can confirm that the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority has advised me that there was an application made by the said plane N30HG to land in Montego Bay at the IAM Jet Center by email on November 10th. The IAM Jet Center replied advising of the requirements for a permit to be issued and was not responded to. Therefore, no permit to land in Jamaica was granted. We were advised by the Civil Aviation Authority through their Navigational Service Division that there was a flight that took off out of Florida this morning that crashed. We have no details on the pilot or passenger or cargo at this point, but we can confirm that the applicant would have done 2 trips to Jamaica through Cayman to Jamaica since Melissa. We await further information from the U.S. authorities. I can confirm that the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority has advised me that there was an application made by the said plane N30HG to land in Montego Bay at the IAM Jet Center by email on November 10th. The IAM Jet Center replied advising of the requirements for a permit to be issued and was not responded to. Therefore, no permit to land in Jamaica was granted. We were advised by the Civil Aviation Authority through their Navigational Service Division that there was a flight that took off out of Florida this morning that crashed. We have no details on the pilot or passenger or cargo at this point, but we can confirm that the applicant would have done 2 trips to Jamaica through Cayman to Jamaica since Melissa. We await further information from the U.S. authorities.
Morning, Mr. Vaz. Morning. How are you, Mr. Vaz? Now, let me remind you of the very explanation you gave when the flight from India or wherever came with those 200 or so people. It was quite an all over the place explanation. We didn't see, and we didn't whoops. Mr. Vaz. This explanation, Mr. Vaz, one, there are some questions. Who are these people? Who owns the private airline? The 2 times they came to Jamaica, did they receive landing authorization? And where did they land, Mr. Vaz? You said they came via Cayman twice. Was that in connection with Cayman aid supply? Who are they, Mr. Vaz? What aid are they bringing into the country? Are they a charity? Are they private people? Are they working on behalf of a charity, Mr. Vaz? Cayman need to jump into this as well and answer some question, because Mr. Vaz says they came via Cayman. Did Cayman start landing for them, or did they start landing for themselves? If they have entered the country twice, Mr. Vaz, where did they land? Who did they meet? What did they deliver? And to whom, Mr. Vaz? Want to call Darrell Vaz, please? Want to call Darrell Vaz there? There's so many questions for you. Mr. Vaz, if you remember, you just explained like a while, So will you explain like a while, spark more questions? If you thought, Mr. Vaz, that you were providing us with an answer as to that crash plane and it was on its way to Jamaica, who are they? Why were they coming? What are they carrying? Who are they connected to? Why landing wasn't given to them? How did they get landing twice, Mr. Vaz, via Cayman? Cayman also have questions to answer here as well. Is this a private jet? Is this a private effort? what it is, who are they, what are they carrying, and to who did they deliver whatever they bought the 2 previous time. Darrell Vaz. So don't come out here with the fuckery wheeling around and jigmarole. This is why I don't like when a politician talk, because you come out here with some jigmarole fuckeries. I beg your pardon, but it's literally what it is. Because if Mr. Vaz thinks he was answering a question, Mr. Vance just threw it out in the public, said there's something very spooky went on, possibly going on here. And if there is something spooky, Mr. Vaz, was the other 2 prophets spooky as well? Because if it's its 3rd time coming to Jamaica, somebody should know. They have a connection in Jamaica, Mr. Vaz. Who did they made contact with in Jamaica when they came? We don't want to hear so they come via Cayman, jackass. Because they come via Cayman, they reach in a Jamaica. What did they carry? Where did they land? And who are they? You idiot. Damn fool. Can somebody tell these people to keep their mouth closed? Can somebody, when just saw it on ABC News, said it is a pastor and his daughter died? Who is that pastor? Who is that pastor and who is his daughter? Remember say, the same pastor them are the same pastor them did involved in a slavery. Who is this pastor? From what mission? Did the pastor came to deliver to any sister church in Jamaica? Did they deliver to the government? What the fuck did they deliver, Mr. Vaz? You can't come tell we say they come in the country 2 times and we don't know who they be, where they come from, where they care come, who they carry to, where they land and where they drop it off. Mr. Vaz, don't look here. Don't provocate me this morning, sir. Got me telling us if you keep on the mouth shut, you know. Me telling us if you keep on the mouth shut, because every time I open on the mouth, I get in trouble. Keep your mouth closed, Mr. Vaz. Because maybe if your mouth did shut, I wouldn't have so much question. But you can come out and tell with so that. Roll back, Mr. Vaz, roll back, because we want to know about the 2 times. And this so we're going to match up what is happening here, Darrell Vaz. We have to go back to their 2 previous trips to find out what the fuck just happened here. It's not unusual for pastors to carry guns into our country, is it, Mr. Vaz? What was it that they brought into our country coming via Cayman? Cayman! Darrell Vaz, call your name. You don't know about this? Cayman, come clear your name. Because we're going to plaster your Cayman. Because Cayman, remember, say, on first reach a Jamaica, you know. Ticka clock, Cayman turn up. Yes, we applaud the solidarity. But Darrell Vaz called you, Cayman government, into question. Darrell Vaz's assertion calls you into question. You understand? So we want you to come out here, come clear your name. It goes so arena, goes so when we thought we not top. And like a whole Darrell Vaz come out, come tell we say, don't blame we. Find out from the Cayman them where in can come in the country the 2 times him come via Cayman. Mr. Vaz, we want to know. Anybody know what church them call? ABC, who is that pastor? Nobody can send the ABC link to me. Let me see if me look pan ABC pan whoa yonder, yeah. Hold on, let me ask Google one question. Pastor died in plane crash in Florida. Hold on. Plane carrying relief, Florida neighborhood. That's NBC. Hold on. That's NBC. Who else? See if I find anything from ABC. Hold on. ABC. Plane crash in Florida highway. No, not that. Anyway, me not find it at the moment. But Darrell Vaz information are what we are relying upon right now. Them say we only feel listen to information coming from the official sources of government. We should only listen to information coming from the official source of government. So we are running with Darrell Vaz. This morning. Hold on there. A Darrell Vaz we are running with this morning because they say, don't take it from the vloggers, take it from we. Listen to what we says.
I can confirm that the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority has advised me that there was an application made by the said plane N30HG to land in Montego Bay at the IAM Jet Center by email on November 10th. The IAM Jet Center replied advising of the requirements for a permit to be issued and was not responded to. Therefore, no permit to land in Jamaica was granted.
Hold on, I never have no semi-mute. Can you tell us, Mr. Vaz, when you surfaced from under the rock, why was it? Do you know of any reason, Mr. Vaz, any reason as to why their permit sought to land was not responded to? Was there any red flag, Darrell Vaz, as to why the Civil Aviation Authority refused to respond to their requests? Darrell Vaz, come back out here, you know. Come out here today because this not enough. This not enough. So me I beg you, come back out here today. It's not done yet. Come clear up the problem where you just create, Darrell Vaz. Somebody call Darrell Vaz who in there, please, and tell him, say, we want clarity around this problem that you have created, Darrell Vaz. Because the Bra Anansi and the Bra Tukuma story, they say Bra Anansi and Bra Tukuma, you know, Darrell, and you know, Bra Anansi and Bra Tukuma story never straight and it never have a decent ending. Somebody lose something. Isn't it, Mr. Vance? If you remember Bra Anansi and Bra Tukuma's story, they don't have always decent ending. Somebody normally lose something. Let us listen to the official source from government.
I can confirm that the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority has advised me that there was an application made by the said plane N30HG to land in Montego Bay at the IAM Jet Center by email on November 10th. The IAM Jet Center replied advising of the requirements for a permit to be issued and was not responded to. Therefore, no permit to land in Jamaica was granted. We were advised by the Civil Aviation Authority through their Navigational Service Division that there was a flight that took off out of Florida this morning that crashed. We have no details on the pilot or passenger or cargo at this point, but we can confirm that the applicant would have done 2 trips to Jamaica through Cayman to Jamaica since Melissa. We await further information from the U.S. authorities. I can confirm that the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority has advised me that there was an application made by the said plane N30HG to land in Montego Bay at the IAM Jet Center by email on November 10th. The IAM Jet Center replied advising of the requirements for a permit to be issued and was not responded to. Therefore, no permit to land in Jamaica was granted. We were advised by the Civil Aviation Authority through their Navigational Service Division that there was a flight that took off out of Florida this morning.
Mr. Vaughn, good morning again.
Sort of top headlines we're tracking for you this hour.
Hold
At
on.
least 6 people dead after storms. A storm is
Hold on
strong.
or something. Why this thing don't read?
It's a super.
Mr. Vaz, can nobody now listen to your advice? Who is pointing a gun at you, Mr. Vaz? That explanation you just gave to us, and in that tone of voice, Mr. Vaz, could it be that someone was pointing a gun at you? Just asking. Because you know, sound like a vase. You know, sound like when you're not powering a chichiman car, you know. Mr. Vaz, is there someone pointing a gun at you because you sound very nervous? You sound shaking? Do you think someone was pointing a gun at Mr. Vaz? Globalist, do you think someone was pointing a gun? Listen to Mr. Vaz's voice. You can just imagine him looking at the piece of paper where they write St. Game, and with him glancing out of the side of his eye, and the gunman with the gun forcing him to sound like when they did send out Ennis. Go apologize after last year local government election. Murder! Listen to Mr. Vaz's tone of voice.
I can confirm that the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority has advised me that there was an application made by the said plane N30HG to land in Montego Bay at the IAM Jet Center by email on November 10th. The IAM Jet Center replied advising of the requirements for a permit to be issued and was not responded to. Therefore, no permit to land in Jamaica was granted. We were advised by the Civil Aviation Authority through their Navigational Service Division that there was a flight that took off out of Florida this morning that crashed. We have no details on the pilot or passenger or cargo at this point, but we can confirm that the applicant would have done 2 trips to Jamaica through Cayman to Jamaica since Melissa. We await further information from the U.S. authorities.
Let us see what is coming out of ABC News, since as Mr. Vaz don't know too much at the moment. Hmm? Let us see what's coming out of ABC, Mr. Vaz. Still need to know more.
We turn now to the dramatic images showing a small plane crash right into the water in Florida. At least 2 people dead. The plane carrying relief supplies for hurricane victims, and it just missed multiple homes as it went down. Here's Mike watching tonight.
Tonight, at least 2 people are dead after a plane packed with relief supplies for hurricane victims in Jamaica slammed into this neighborhood in Coral Springs, Florida.
We do have a confirmed plane down. It is submerged. It did not hit a home, but it took out part of the fence.
Look at the area right in the backyard there. You can see debris all over the backyard there.
The plane, a Beechcraft King Air, took off from Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport at 10:14 a.m. Minutes later, multiple security cameras catching it slamming into a lake just feet away from multiple homes.
The next thing we know is it just took a dive and went straight to the ground. No smoke, no sound, just the plane that came in.
Fortunately, the plane did not strike any houses. When it entered the water, it did strike some trees in the backyard of one of the homes.
Authorities say the plane was a relief flight bound for Montego Bay, Jamaica, packed with supplies for victims of Hurricane Melissa. David, the NTSB, FAA, and local authorities are investigating, and they're asking residents in the area to contact them if they find debris on their property. David?
Ike Kajachi tonight. Ike, thank you.
The father, pastor, his name is Alexander Worm. I think W-R-M. I think it's Worm or whatever you pronounce it as. And the daughter, Serena. What I want to know, because it's not clear from this article, who are their contacts in Jamaica? Who are their contacts in Jamaica? Is it the government? Hold on there. Is it the government? Is it a church body? Is it a private entity? Who is Alexander and Serena's contact in Jamaica? We were told that the pastor and his daughter, or the pastor's airline, came to Jamaica twice to deliver aid. Twice since burial. Melissa. Who were their contact in Jamaica? And on those 2 occasions, what did they brought into the country? Who are their contacts? It's important. A pastor and daughter. If it was all about grace and mercy, me not see what they fumbling, bumbling, and mumbling about. If it was a pastor and a daughter who carried them legitimate bangarangs into Jamaica, me not see the dilly-dally right now. Pastor Alexander and Serena came to Jamaica twice since Melissa, and they brought XYZ and they delivered to XY. I mean, does no one know that information? Or we have to ask and beseech. Darrell Vaz, come. You're not done yet. Just start, Mr. Vaz. Just start. They just light, Darrell Vaz. They just light. Darrell. Aye, hallelujah. Somebody just said to me, this plane, hey, hallelujah. Hey. This plane make 2 aid chip at Jamaica before the crash. Nobody heard of them until the crash. We're bound fool in it. They work along with Crisis Response International and other Christian outreach programs in Jamaica. Okay. So these people who then come to Jamaica twice, we're going to look more into them. We're going to look more into all of this. Ignite the fire. We're going to look deeper. Right. Ignite the fire with okay. Okay, I'm going to research them more. They seem to be posting on their Facebook page.
Hey friends, today we are picking up resources at the local airport. An amazing man named Alexander Worm and his ministry, Ignite the Fire, has flown in from...
Let me, I can't pull up Instagram on my thingy here. I'd have to screen record this. Because we want to clear the pastor, you know, because Darrell, we how Darrell Vaz come out. Crisis response. Crisis International. Hold on, my peeps. Me just to see if me find them on this something me have to bring. Crisis Response International. They've been posting on their social media pages, just that there were no official galanging about them before the crash. Nobody knew about them. But Darrell Vaz's explanation doesn't make much of a sense, because in a case where they came to Jamaica twice since Melissa, then the minister could give information not to confuse the public. But the bob and waving and uncertainty, hold on. Let me see if this is one of their... No, I think this was, you know, it seems as if they were there during burial also, but I'm looking for their IG. I'm looking for, yes, I think this is it. Yeah, this was a week ago when they were in Jamaica. Bear with me. Bear with. Yeah, continue as me. Bear with me, my people. But Darrell Vaz is this no one log in with. Oh, my Instagram is not logging in. Instagram is a bloody nightmare. The video is on Instagram, but my Instagram, I can never get my Instagram login on my computer, to be honest with you. But there are information of them out there and the work that they do, that they're doing. It seems as if they were also there doing
Today on all sorts of supplies.
Hold on.
Hey friends, Today, we are picking up resources at the local airport. An amazing man named Alexander Worm and his ministry, Ignite the Fire, has flown in from the Cayman Islands today on a King Air to bring us all sorts of supplies, solar panels, a Starlink, generators, tarps, all the things that were on our immediate needs list. So this is huge. So we've gone here to the airport at Montego Bay. We're meeting him. We're meeting with other agencies here to figure out how to get more supplies in. We need you guys to pray for open doors. It's very complicated here, getting supplies in. It's not about customs. It's actually about getting into these areas that are just really remote with rundown, no communication, no electricity. So we are unloading things and getting ready to distribute them. And we're just so thankful, you guys. So just huge praise. We just had to let you guys know what God is doing. So rejoice with us. Continue to pray. Continue to pray. Train, give, and go. Pray.
So when Mr. Vaz gave us that confusing information, Mr. Vaz could have given us clarity. Based on what you just heard, it's on their social media page. The government is aware of them coming via Cayman twice. And from what I could see on their thingy, it seems as if they were in Jamaica after Beryl also. But Mr. Vaz's explanation, let me try Facebook. Mr. Vaz's explanation make it seem like there is something untowards, or am I hide something? Mr. Vaz needs to come out here and explain what this confusion is all about. What is he hiding, if anything? Because they came twice, they delivered aid publicly. So why tell us that they came via Cayman as if, even though they came via Cayman, it still had nothing to do with the Jamaica government? Or is it that them never go no for them aid? Them never go no for them aid for no chicken aki with it. So uno upset with them. Me don't know. But when you listen to Darrell Vaz's explanation, it would sound like there was some red flag. There was some red flag with this flight. Why? Let me find them page on Facebook. This video is on in the last 9. Hold on, Globalist. Hold on to Darrell Vaz. We are clear Cayman name and we are clear the pastor name, but we want you to come tell we what is your baba waving about. Why you never even say condolences, John Crow? John Crow. I wonder if you have up the people them over here, Darrell Vaz. John Crow, is this an aid war? Not about condolences, you never said to the people them, you know. Darrell Vaz. Let's listen to the recent update from Crisis Respond International.
Hey friends, I wanted to give you this important and urgent update in regard to our relief efforts in response to Hurricane Melissa in the island nation of Jamaica. Unfortunately, today we've had a terrible and shocking tragedy unfold. As you know, we've had incredible logistical challenges where the airlines have blocked us from bringing relief items like we normally do with our volunteers and responders into the nation. And through a mutual partner and friend.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Or am I pissing on my foot? Listen again and tell me if you heard something that raised your eyebrow.
Hey friends, I wanted to give you this important and urgent update in regard to our relief efforts in response to Hurricane Melissa in the island nation of Jamaica. Unfortunately, today we've had a terrible and shocking tragedy unfold. As you know, we've had incredible logistical challenges where the airlines have blocked us from bringing relief items like we normally do with our volunteers.
The airline has blocked us from carrying in relief efforts like we normally do. The Civil Aviation Authority did not respond to their requests for landing. The first 2 times they came in, they have to come via Cayman. I wonder what the upheaval is about, Mr. Vaz. I wonder why Mr. Vaz have it in for the pastor and his daughter, Darrell Vaz. I wonder why Darrell Vaz would be preventing the people of Jamaica from getting aid. I wonder what the hell is going on here. Colleen said maybe he was a fake pastor. I mean, Harold Blair is a fake pastor. Kenneth Richards is a fake pastor. I could name many of them. Glenn Samuels is a fake pastor. You see. Let us listen.
Hey friends, I wanted to give you this important and urgent update in regard to our relief efforts in response to Hurricane Melissa in the island nation of Jamaica. Unfortunately, today we've had a terrible and shocking tragedy unfold. As you know, we've had incredible logistical challenges where the airlines have blocked us from bringing relief items like we normally do with our volunteers and responders into the nation. And through a mutual partner and friend, we made connection to a pilot who has been flying us in resources over the last few weeks at his own expense again and again. He's been absolutely amazing. Today he didn't turn up, and unfortunately we found out that he crashed his aircraft in Coral Springs, Florida, and he and his daughter did not survive. We are in absolute...
Right, so they, the Jamaican Authority would have blocked crisis response from bringing in their aid into the country and their own flight. That's how I'm understanding it. But this pastor, Alexander, who have his own private jet, quite a rich fucking pastor, isn't it? Park that aside. He was assisting crisis response in getting their aid into Jamaica by using his private jet with his contacts in Cayman to get the logistic done for crisis response to carry out their their relief operations in Jamaica. Honestly, Jamaica government wicked. Why would they want to block such assistance? Why would they want to block? Of course, the GG is a fake pastor. The GG was one of the fakest pastors in the Adventist clergy when he was the president of the East Jamaica Conference. Because to become a president of the East Jamaica Conference, you have to be one of them wicked, liar, thieving, pedophilic, sexual, predatory pastors. Yes, you normally is one of those. So yeah, the GG is a wicked thieving pastor to take the church money, run off with the offering plate, and go gamble the people their money in a cash plus and all in. Why though would the Jamaican government in Jamaica's worst crisis want to block an organization from assisting the people of Jamaica or getting help and resources to the people. John Crow, because the generator them now coming a phone on. Because Pernell Charles now get to put them on them sour crutches and them sour arm before the people them get it. Why? Because when the charity come in with it directly, what the people them will get it and like a whole charge $133,000 Jamaica dollar for the Starlink will come for the people them free John Crows. One wicked and thief so. And it was part of no thief in an open public and don't want with it talk about in a public. I didn't something that confuse me, But no so thief in a public. One no have pain in a heart over stolen. A pain in a heart and have over the people them sitting in the relevance. A pain in a heart when I have over the people them sitting to in a coming a phone, a handphone, no sell and thief, share up to no friend them. And put in on a business place to sell junk crop. No sister, we need don't send a little bit to come clean up the car because the whole thing Zara Burton was talking about. Labor rights. Huh? What a thief in wicked people them, man. I'm going to see if me leave this man to explain himself to because more and more me listen. It's irritating. So that's why Darrell Vaz want to come out and control the pastor and the bus, John Crow. And want to come to K-Man and the bus. K-Man will run come here first. Dog shit. K-Man will run come here first in our worstest and in our worstest state. And because I say Crisis International knows so not thief. I wonder if Crisis International and Shaggy a family. Lord God Almighty. I wonder if Crisis International and Shaggy are work together. You talk here, sir. Because if I thought this morning, Mr. Vaz, thieving, wicked, liar, rapist, murderer, if I start upon you this morning, somebody would have to run, come out of the computer, come hold me back.
Hey friends, I wanted to give you this important and urgent update in regard to our relief efforts in response to Hurricane Melissa in the island nation of Jamaica. Unfortunately, today we've had a terrible, shocking tragedy unfold. As you know, we've had incredible logistical challenges where the airlines have blocked us from bringing relief items like we normally do. With our volunteers and responders into the nation. And through a mutual partner and friend, we made connection to a pilot who has been flying us in resources over the last few weeks at his own expense again and again. He's been absolutely amazing. Today he didn't turn up, and unfortunately we found out that he crashed his aircraft in Coral Springs, Florida. And he and his daughter did not survive. We are in absolute shock and disbelief of the situation, and I'm just asking for prayers for his family and his friends at this time.
Working with Alexander was an honor. He kept showing up over and over, repeatedly flying in supplies that we couldn't get anywhere else. Here in Jamaica, he just kept landing and we would unload his plane. He would give us these huge hugs and pray for us. The last thing that he said was that he wanted to join us up on Tower Hill today distributing water filters with his daughter. And he was flying in more Starlinks so that we could connect more people. He just delivered a bunch of medical supplies, water filters, screws for roofs, so many things that this community has needed. The last thing that he said to me was he handed me this large stack of cards about how to know Jesus. And he said, these are great. You've got to tell people about Jesus. And he handed these cards out and he said, these are perfect for going door to door if you're handing out supplies to people. And I gave those to the YWAM team this morning. He wanted us to know Jesus. That was his reason for helping people. I just think that's so beautiful that His heart matches our heart in the kingdom because that's why we do what we do. We show up and we try to provide help, but it's only because we have so much hope in Jesus. Alexander lost his life today with a family member, bringing supplies to Jamaica because he loved this nation and he wanted them to know Jesus.
What I can tell you about Alex is that he had a huge vision and heart for the people of the Caribbean nations. And when this hurricane happened, he didn't hesitate. He sprung into action and did what he could with what he had in his hand. And I just want his family to know, and those who knew him, that he really made a difference in the lives of the people on the ground by getting the resources in that he did. He saved lives, and he gave his life for the people and the nations that were on his heart. Again, just asking that you would pray for his family and his friends, and we pray that somehow, some way, in the midst of this, that God would be glorified. Thank you so much, friends. Hey, friends, I wanted to give you this important and urgent update in
Don't you think this exposed the Jamaica government? Don't you think to the wife of Mr. Alexander, Candice, their two surviving children, James and Christina, our condolences to you all on such a tragic passing. But Darrell Vaz, I have to say, Darrell Vaz, if this plane went down in Jamaica, you couldn't get away from it today, you know. Darrell Vaz. Because like how we know, say, there was an active face-off going on between you and crisis response because of the generator and the Starlink them, the building material and things them, where Crisis International are bringing to help the people of Jamaica. Well, under the Jamaica government want to sell and make a profit off and want to thief. And because you can't get to the hand on Crisis International galangin, don't you think this exposes the Jamaica government? Leave aside any ulterior motive of a missionary, of a charity. Leave aside those ulterior motives at the moment. Let's look at the human initiative in this. Don't you think this exposed the Jamaica government? That an organization bringing in relief for the people of Jamaica, and because it is not going in the hands of the government blocked them. They have to jump, skip, and hop to get them resources and to get them aid into the country. Albeit that Alexander have a private jet, rich of a pastor, and could afford to assist Crisis International through their contacts in Cayman, because Jamaica will not respond to Crisis International or anybody linked to them to give them a landing in Jamaica for bringing their aid, because the Jamaica government now get the Starlink and the generator them for rent and sell. Jankro, in a public, you know, in a public, everybody, I see what I do to Jamaica people, how not thief and how not profiteer and how not set up on yourself to enrich. Lord Jesus, the Integrity Commission have work to do. Justice Pantan, you know, want to come back, sir. Walk there, you know. Walk over integrity. I hope I know God prison, you know. Holy pan go to prison. Remember, una go thief America money. America don't play with the money. You understand? Holy pan go to prison. But Darrell Vaz, you couldn't say your condolences though. Even though it hurt you. So the pastor joined force with them and I go around you with the generator and the skylink them. Let's listen to Mr. Vaz again because Mr. Vaz in a temper. Mr. Vaz in a temper. Oh God, Mr. Vaz in a temper. Mr. Vaz is in temper over the Starlink and over the generator. Over the Starlink, Darrell Vaz. So it's not about the people of Jamaica. It's about...
I can confirm that the...
Jankro. It's about uno recreating what uno can get. Uno greedy. Yes, we know. So uno, this is the amount of dead animal St. Elizabeth. Let me ask you. Uno, like uno so greedy, like uno love tough, uno cry. Uno see the amount of dead animal St. Elizabeth. Uno love run against for everything. We don't love thief everything. We don't love pack up everything in a phone or cry. So we have dead animal adult. We don't want the dead animal them. What? Justice for some money? Darrell Vaz, come out, come tell me what your heart feeling and your anger about. Why a plane carrying aid to Jamaica crash and kill 2 people and you couldn't say condolences? Why Jamaica failed to respond to give them landing to carry aid into the country? Why the 2 times they come in with aid, a Cayman have to beseech and beg for they get to come in with the aid, Darrell Vaz? You have a lot of questions to answer. Because crisis response just expose you know. Darrell Vaz and the Jamaica government will walk and thief the people them aid. Crisis response just disgrace you know, and tell the world. So because we not get it in their hand for them get it for thief it and sell it. They not allow us to carry and get the people them. And your wholeness government, you have question to and don't mix up Cayman. You understand? Don't mix up Cayman in this. Cayman, whatever private citizen or the Cayman government that assisted Alexander the 2 times when get for aid coming for crisis response was assisting us, the Jamaica people. Don't mix up Cayman Jankro. Nobody not thief and corrupt, and everybody thief and corrupt like Uno. So now come here with it. So come back out here, come clear Cayman name. Come tell we say yeah, care hard feelings over generator and Starlink. Jankro. Otada.
I can confirm that the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority has advised me that there was an application made by the said plane N30HG.
Dirty America. Dirty Foreign Secretary and Undersecretary and nasty criminal President Trump. We're not in league with this. Because when take over the show of Jamaica, they promised to take over control of Jamaica from China. And now that we use the hurricane to take over Jamaica. We don't know of this airspace blockage from Jamaica, from the Jamaica government for aid coming to the country. We don't know of it. But Darrell Vaz, why would the pastor leave if them never get some approval, maybe through in second route when get it the 2 time? Darrell Vaz, Darrell Vaz, Darrell Vaz. You hear how much time I call your name? Darrell Vaz. Come out here today. Come out and play, Mr. Vaz. Because crisis response just expose on you. Crisis response just expose on Mr. Vaz. Come out and play. Somebody calls Zara Burton and Jackson Miller they feel, you know, because them office this where crisis response say. So they can put it over at the press conference this evening. What is the galangings between crisis response and the Jamaica government? We, the people of Jamaica, wants to know. What time of Jamaica now? Let me look. I don't know, my time confused. Me is time confused. Hold on there, world clock. Where are you? Oh, it's just 8:30 in Jamaica. Would you call Darrell Vaz food enough, please? Call Andrew Holness food enough, please. Dana Dixon Smith, when I wash your hair, Dana Dixon, whatever you want, because you know, wash your hair from you come. When you call Dana there, because Dana have a way of reading poem and composition when we ask her anything. Somebody call Dana Dixon. Somebody call Andrew Holness. Somebody call the Minister of Transport, because we want to find out what's the war, what's the problem between crisis response and the Jamaica government as to why crisis response is being blocked from bringing in aid into the country. We want to know. Because Darrell Vaz come out here, come tell us that them come 2 times and them come via Cayman. Crisis response is now telling us Darrell Vaz. Crisis response look like what you said hurt them. Crisis response come out Darrell Vaz and said, you all block them. You all block their airline from bringing in things to the country. The airline blocked them from bringing things. So the pastor, having his private airline, is assisting them bringing in their aid into the country. Darrell Vaz must respond to this. Darrell Vaz must tell us what is the problem with crisis response and the Jamaica government as to why aid are being blocked from the Jamaica people. Is it about the generators? Is it about the roofing materials? Is it about the Starlinks? What is it about? We want to know. Because Darrell Vaz come out here, come go on like him in farm while muddy in the water. And crisis response come tell me what the actual problem is. Given where we are at the moment, Darrell Vaz, this is disgraceful. Don't you realize that? That you have been exposed in the middle of a disaster, blocking aid from the people of Jamaica, possibly Mr. Vaz, because the Jamaica government won't be able to get their hands on it to rent and loan and sell and steal generators and sell Starlink for 133,000 Jamaican dollars. Disgraceful. Disgraceful when everybody are doing what they can for the people of Jamaica. Mr. Vaz is saying, if we're not profiteering, if we, said Mr. Vaz, now profiteer for this, then the people not getting it. Because we have to get them to sell for a fee, Mr. Vaz. Crisis for a fee. Disaster for a fee, Mr. Vaz. You crook. You criminal. You liar. You corrupt thief, Darrell Vaz. What is the problem? Somebody at press conference asked this question today for me, please. Anybody know anybody will ask question at press conference? My ear is Stuart D and Jackson Miller, Zara Burton, Uno from the talking shop them. Somebody asked the question for me this evening. Crisis Response has made a public statement that they are being blocked from bringing resources into the country. Can the government tell us what if there is any problem between the government and Crisis Response? We must have that question answered today by the government. Because Mr. Vaz came out and vomited right on his bloody shirt. Mr. Vaz. Right on your shirt. In public. Crisis Respondo have the other side of the story. That side of the story that makes a lot of sense. Isn't it, Darrell? You rapist, you murderer, you thief, you criminal, you crook. Darrell Vaz. Come out here, come clear your name. Because we have just cleared the past. And we have just cleared whether it be a private citizen or the Cayman Authority. Come out here and play Darrell Vaz. We want to hear you and the Jamaican government tell us what is the problem between Crisis Response and the Jamaica government. Is it a generator problem? Is it a Starlink problem? What is it, Mr. Vaz, as to why they are being blocked from bringing resource into the country? Why is it, Mr. Vaz, that the right to land request was not responded to by the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority? Criminals! You see, when the people of Jamaica wake up, when the people of Jamaica wake up, it will be a wahala. The world is watching. You all have never been watched so closely because this, the great disaster, will be the great steal. It might also be, Darrell Vaz and Andrew Holness, the great awakening. Put that fucking match down, Prime Minister. Stop striking that match. There is petrol on the floor. Thank you. Good morning. Good afternoon from Global TV. No, I want a video to play before we go. Let's listen to that verse one more time. And then I'm going to play one video where the Prime Minister still use food for starve with.
I can confirm that the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority has advised me that there was an application made by the said plane N30HG to land in Montego Bay at the IAM Jet Center by email on November 10th. The IAM Jet Center replied advising of the requirements for a permit to be issued and was not responded to. Therefore, no permit to land in Jamaica was granted. We were advised by the Civil Aviation Authority through their Navigational Service Division that there was a flight that took off out of Florida this morning that crashed. We have no details on the pilot or passenger or cargo at this point, but we can confirm.
All of that was a lie, you know, because this man came to Jamaica twice since Melissa. Even though they're upset about it, they knew and they allowed him. He never landed in Jamaica illegally. his contacts in Cayman, Darrell Vaz, arrange landing for him because you, the Jamaica government, refused to give them landing because UNO crisis respond in a something about aid. The Jamaica government has questions to answer in relation to the death of Alexander and his daughter Serena and the lies Mr. Vaz run come out, come tell we. You never know the crisis respond. I go tell for them side of the story, Darrell Vaz.
That the applicant would have done 2 trips to Jamaica through Cayman to Jamaica since Melissa. We await further information from the U.S. authorities.
Let us look at a video of how them still use food against us. Bear with this your government here. Vote for Labour. Choose Jamaica. End up in disaster.
The people that want to carry the blood clot food gas station. The food land on the common and so. And they want to carry the food gas station for people. Walk down them blood clot the gas station. Tell me no people. Tell me no chat. They want the blood clot food. When the police have any other land.
The Prime Minister soon can run out, can say this a lie too. The Prime Minister soon run out, can say this a lie too, innit? Observer.
No food come there want carry gas station. Tell me now. Look what go on there. Station they want carry gas food. People from all over there for walk go wait at station. They go get blood clot food. We not go nowhere. We don't want it. Yo, no make them name. We don't take no blood clot. See that chat. Station they want carry food. Station they want carry food. So all over there for walk go out that station to get bumbo clot party of water. They face look at with bumbo clot. I want to know nothing for them.
Did he say they have to walk down to station to get patty and water? My God, Jamaica. Look at how they've reduced us overnight. Look at how Jamaica, because Jamaica always have this bossy attitude that when we see this image is either Haiti or Africa. Is it not? Jamaica, we have caught up. We can no longer push our face and mouth up at Haiti and Africa when we see these images, isn't it? Because we have been reduced overnight by a wicked and uncaring government.
Move on it, move on it. Yo, don't give me the candle with them now. Blood clot.
You may tell this blood clot man says stop strike the matches. Oh no, he who me a one Andrew Wellness says stop strike the matches.
Yo, man, the police have got near me. Move on the post so long way. Where?
One play. One play this morning, Andrew Wellness.
We still have a state that know how to walk for blood clot. The people that hunger know how they walk at station for food. And the food company fire so. I'm not facing on bomb clot. Yo, we don't want to say. I see them a labor right post so. I mean, the post me take a fight. I'm going to walk at station for move on the bomb clot. I hear that. Hey. Labor right on the bomb clot. So go ahead. I'll be a labor right to go to go see up with you. I'm moving a bomb clot and go ahead. Your PLP don't take another bomb clot. I'm going to go near me. And the police are going near me. Moving a bomb clot and go ahead. No, I'm none. Where? Watch your people. The people that carry the food are station everybody has to feed them the food. Station them a carry go. Even if you walk back at them like we are done. We don't walk like food, right? That. We're not gonna...
Patty and water. I mean, Patty. You know Patty? Do you know Patty? It's going to come to a head, you know. It is going to come to a head. Because this government is really rubbing that match against that box. And at some point, the match will catch fire. When the government frighten and drop the match's stick, everything whether I dot with the petrol just push up in the government face. So anyway, people, me gone because me not think people understand what is really happening. Disaster, disaster, disaster. Investors, investors, investors. It's a land war. Them have to frustrate and have to push on off of the land. Me a go on about my business this morning. Me a go on about my business. Globalists, join us back later for the people's point of view. It's gonna go down, you know.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make God what I seen him. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta. I sell out, I sell out Babylon. You must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.